One World Media Network. In the world, for the world. In association with Touching Nations, Changing Lives. Presents.
TNCL, Touching Nations, Changing Lives, is really reaching different places. This is where I'm feet to the street the most. And one of the reasons we started Touching Nations, Changing Lives is when I was here the first year and talking with the children and the parents and the people, and I would hear all these millions of dollars that were donated to their nation. And I said, well, there's millions and billions of dollars donated to you. And they would say, yeah, but Mama T, we never see any of it. And so I wanted to make sure it was going right to the streets, right to the people, right to the organizations. We make sure that it's going to the proper people, the street people, the less fortunate ones that really are the forgotten ones. I've been working in Uganda for about 12 years. There's just kids on the streets everywhere, and still to this day, you see the kids that all they know to do is live on the streets. That's all they know to do. They walk around like a dog would walk around, just looking for food, looking for something to do, looking for a way to survive. Overall, for Ugandans, I've come alongside others and helped them with their organizations.
We thank Touching Nations, Changing Lives. If you support them, then they will reach out and supporting many people, like in Africa, where HIV, civil wars destroyed our economy.
Very excited to be part of Teresa Gregory in Touching Nations, Changing Lives. And we appreciate them, and I hope they come back.
Touching Nations, Changing Lives is such a wonderful support to what God is doing here. We are offering a lot of things that people would otherwise not have, medical support, and it's such a blessing.
God has led us now to start to hire people. We have our own school now. We're starting from the ground up, raising a generation of children. Then also the agriculture projects that we're growing to produce income for commerce. I'm a big believer in let's not just give it away, let's teach them and teach them how to be sustainable. Every orphanage needs a well. Just imagine your child having to go walk miles sometimes for water, and then when they do have it, it's contaminated. We are going to build a medical clinic in our school, and that's going to be a prototype. And it's not that difficult in this country. You know, in the developing countries, there's so much red tape and so much that has to happen. But here, I understand they have nothing. So anything, you know, Band-Aids, alcohol, peroxide, bandage wraps, thermometers, just the basics of what we have every day. They don't have anything. I think it's very important that we know where the dollars are going and that people know, is it going to good ground? I take people when we can see the water tanks that are supplying the showers. We can see the water wells. We see the schools going up. We see the beds going in. So we have teams that literally go in and buy and take supplies directly to the schools, the orphanages, the medical facilities, whatever it is that we're supporting across the world.
I've known Teresa Gregory for over a decade with all of her different projects for ministry and all the different things she's done in business. It's been consistent, and that speaks to her character, that speaks to her integrity, and she's truly a selfless person, and that's why I'm a part of this project, a part of this movement.
It has been great working with Teresa Gregory and being a part of Touching Nations, Changing Lives. If Teresa wasn't willing to spend her own time and her own money and years building relationships with people to make sure that they are tested to be trusted, it wouldn't be something that I would be a part of.
I recommend anybody that is wanting to help other people and pay it forward and never think that you have that opportunity to do that, you need to align yourself with somebody like Teresa Gregory, because it'll change your life.
The need is so great that I would ask anyone to open their heart and give whatever they can to help these people. Just about anybody could contribute something that would help.
Touching Nations, Changing Lives is really an organization that's common, everyday people trying to do extraordinary things and helping that common, everyday person. Most of these projects that I've seen are one person or one couple, and they're trying to carry hundreds and hundreds of children and the message on their own. They're called to do it and they know to do it, but that's a huge weight for any one person or ministry to do. They're not big ministries like our big international ministries that are on TV and they have the major corporations. And so the reason I'm stepping out with Touching Nations, Changing Lives is because we need help. Hotel chains are now contributing, and we've been doing it under the radar ourselves, not asking for money, not saying, oh, here we are as a charity. We don't do this for money for ourselves. You know, we have been giving all this time, and we're the resource, but I decided, you know, how much more could we do if many really were exposed and knew the truth and came alongside what we're doing. My favorite scriptures: do not withhold good from those when it is within your power to act. Everybody has a power to act or to do something somewhere. And if we all just do something, we can all touch nations and change lives.